What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Kate Bush, and we're returning to the Director's Cut 2011. Thank you again to Seb. I did want to briefly mention, as there are many people on my channel who follow more than just a single deep dive and are part of many musical journeys, for about 4 to 5 days in the coming week, I'm going to be taking a special series of musical journeys, which is to say I'm going to be doing a lot of classical reactions. I'm going to call it Classical Days, doing entire symphonies, full concertos, sonatas, etc. So if you're not into classical music, I do apologize, but by the time we come around to next weekend, I should be back to regular service, so bear with me for a little if you would, and those who do take an interest in classical music, I encourage you to check out what I have planned. In any case, the next tune on the Director's Cut is originally from the Red Shoes, which is Song of Solomon. This is a song with a heavy, intense sensuality, indeed sexuality, lyrics which, through the help of the many kind folks who have commented on the Kate journey as I've gone through her material, made clear it's, very visceral, it's very direct and passionate, and I suppose deliberately unidimensional, or sort of clouding out the more, let's say, emotionally complicated or interpersonal ties that typically characterize a desire for immediate physical intimacy. And obviously it's another song of Kate's that draws upon a wider body of art and literature and so on. Nevertheless, the original recording is relatively sparse, I would say. It's, Kate's voice is leading everything, there's some piano work, but I think otherwise it's pretty minimally arranged, so I wonder if that'll be different. Of course, I'm wondering if she does record new vocals for this, if it'll have a, notably distinct sound. Ultimately, I'll try to catch what I can. This is, from the Director's Cut, the Song of Solomon, a tune originally from, 93? I'm trying to remember what year the Red Shoes is. I believe it's 93? I could be wrong here. Yeah, I don't remember in the moment, but yes, the Director's Cut is from 2011, and this is the Director's Cut version of Song of Solomon. So, I'll start with my general sonic impression and the atmosphere of the tune. It felt almost like a dream or a slightly wavy reflection or an echo of the original track. There was something more like mystical or what's the right word? Not distorted, that's too strong of a word, but like a rendering of the original tune. Like I think again a wavy reflection of the original or like a dreamy reflection is the best way I can characterize it because sonically like it still had that voices providing the main melodic thrust of the tune with soft like keyboard or piano accompaniment, but it had this like echoed or layered sort of sound to it. Her vocals sounded like they were echoed or they had an effect on them more than I remember from the original. I think it actually is the same original vocal though, right? Like I don't think that's a re-recorded vocal. It still sounded like the younger version of Kate. So maybe I'm wrong there. Maybe she just, sung it in a very similar style, but it sounded like I remember the original vocals sounding, but with some effect on them, some distortion or, like echoic quality that I don't recall from the original. And definitely, again, the sensuality, the raw, like visceral sexuality and the desire of the narrator to put aside everything else, put aside the bullshit, which is funny. I don't remember if I commented on this, but knowing Kate is from the UK, I would be inclined to expect the word bollocks there. So hearing bullshit, which I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but it strikes me more as like an American word that you would hear. It is an interesting use of that word. But yes, the feeling like emotionally of the song comes across the same, and of course the way she hits some of those lines with the like sudden shouty grit in them is very powerful, even if with a echoed effect. But yeah, the impact of the tune felt a bit more floaty and dreamy, also like very soulful. I don't like again. I think the arrangement was pretty much similar, but it had a bit more of a like soulful feel, whereas I remember the original, and again maybe I'm misremembering, it had just a more like straight away like melodic type of character to it. So yeah, obviously when you're dealing with re-recorded versions of songs, sometimes the differences are more subtle, sometimes they're more overt. I would say in this case it's more subtle, but it did make a different type of impact on me because of the subtle changes. So either way, I'm looking forward to more and getting a sense of whether, and of course people will likely comment in this regard, but whether the idea with some songs is that like maybe they didn't turn out the way she had originally intended, maybe she's just having a second go at some songs, like what if we rendered it this way, would it have a different impact if we rearranged some of it, or if we recorded new vocals for it, or in other cases whether it was more like just an eclectic journey through her own material but redone to make a new director's cut. So yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing what you all have to say. Let me know, and I will see you next time. Peace.